team this week. Talk to me first about how you got into filmmaking, what made filmmaking your passion and your drive.
My wife and I were talking actually. Yesterday was my birthday, so happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Fellow Kansas. I got done with corporate America. I was burnt out on it, and I sat down with my wife and kids and said I wanted to do something different that I've never done before. I was always into the films and filmmaking. So my wife's like, sure. The very next day, my wife had a brand new camera in my hand, and I started filming Long Island. Ever since then, I have not looked back.
That is truly fantastic. Talk about the Long Island documentary. I mean, we all try to capture where we grew up and all that. What made this particular documentary about where you grew up so important to you?
For those of us that live here in Long Island, there's never been a documentary of Long Island. There's been documentaries of things that have happened on Long Island or are happening, but nothing of Long Island in general. So when you look at shows like the Jersey Shore, you know, as ridiculous as the show is, I'm sure a show doesn't represent who Jersey actually is. When you look at Long Island, we make international news and national news, and really not in so much a good sense. It's always, Amityville Horror House, Amy Fisher, the Gilco Bodies, Gilco Beach. So it's like me coming to your house and going ill. The 2 bruises on my rear end are going to be from your foot and from the front door. But I'm not here to kick anybody in the butt. I'm just here to say we're not what you think we are. We're not the stuck-up, self-centered people you think we are. We're certainly not all rich and famous here. Over 65% of this population is under the poverty level.
Yes.
But there's a lot of great things about Long Island. Take Long Beach just for example. I used to live here.
Yes.
I mean, the community here is amazing because it's not only just the environment and that you're looking at the landscape. I mean, Long Island, if you stop and think about it, where we live is paradise. So many of us that live here want to go on vacation somewhere else, and we'll go vacation to another island, forgetting that where we live is an island. I think the most beautiful beaches. The people here are amazing. 8 million people live here. That's including the counties of Brooklyn and Queens. You remove the bridges, and granted they're part of the 5 boroughs, and my wife will argue they're not Long Island, which they're not. They're part of the 5 boroughs, but you remove the bridges, they're still here physically on Long Island. There's a reason why 8 million people live here. And it's not only because of the beauty and the scenery, but when you look at, look what's here today in this room alone. From cancer survivors to people doing weight loss programs to benefits. This is what Long Island's all about. This is why we call ourselves Strong Island. There's Boston Strong, there's Jersey Strong, and we're not taking away from any of those people.
Right.
The only difference that we have to them is there's someone here, me, that's actually showcasing it.
You talked about capturing the essence of Long Island. What was the thing that most surprised you in your filming? Like, what you felt was like the particular highlight of that even you, as someone who grew up here, did not know before?
There is a lot of hidden gems here in Long Island that even to this day, and I'm sure 100 years from now, I'll still be learning. The thing about Long Island, the tough part about this documentary is you cannot cover Long Island in an hour-and-a-half documentary. There's just no way in God's green earth. There's everything in this story. Long Beach in itself could be 4 episodes. Everything is a story here. So there's a lot of hidden gems. It's a matter of where you look or who you talk to or who you bump into or where you are at that particular moment and that particular time. There's places like when you look at Oheka Castle up on the Gulf Coast. Yeah. A lot of people still on the island don't know that Oheka exists. It's one of the biggest it's the 2nd largest residence here in the country.
Right.
But then there's a lot of little private areas. There's some areas here in Long Beach that and when you look at like Lido Beach, go down by the conservatory over there.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that conservatory is there. They think it's just there because of the energy place and the solar mill, the windmill. But there's just a lot of hidden gems, and there's not one, but there's many, to explore.
I think this is going to be very fantastic. I thank you for coming on the show, and check out the documentary. It's called
This is my Long Island. For all you people that are here, proudly, I know when you walk around, I know when I do, I proudly look at people and I say, hey, this is my Long Island, and I hope when this documentary comes out that people come walking out of the movie theater saying the same thing.
When will it be out?
We're looking to have it for release by October.
All right.
Let's give up for us.